This is TJ with TechmadeEZ. Welcome to the channel. My channel is all about making things affordable, practical, and easy. And what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about Steam and Linux. And I've run into an issue with Steam just recently. And I've installed Steam many times. And a couple of months ago, I was actually looking at several, maybe 5 or 6 different distros on gaming. Because my son was going to start gaming on Linux, and I wanted to set him up with the distro that he felt the most comfortable with. And so, no problems. Ran it. Did my. And there was no problems with that. But I can't remember how many times that I've installed Steam, whether I'm installing it from the repository or the Flatpak. I know I've done the Flatpak version many times, but this time I don't want to do the Flatpak version. I want to do the repository version. And there's pros and cons to both, but I just want to run the repository version. Well, what was happening with the repository, and this only happens with the repository version, not the Flatpak version. So whenever you install Steam on Linux, the first thing that I do, and I'm assuming most people do because they're not going to be able to run most of their games, is go into the settings and turn on ProTime. Once you turn on ProTime, Steam has to restart itself. And that's fine, it restarts and I'm able to go in and I can go into the interface and so on and so forth. But once I close it, after it's restarted, after I set up ProTime, then when I go to open it, the interface won't come up. Now the icon tray will come up, and it will give you the options to go into settings, to the store, to the library, but none of those options will work. And the screen kind of bulges or fluctuates a little bit too, like Steam is trying to do something, but it never does. And so I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. So I'm like, am I just going to be running the Flatpak version, which is not that big a deal either. It's just that there might be some compatibility modes, then some permissions that you might run into running with the Flatpak version. And so I wanted my son to run the repository version. And so now I'm just working with Debian, so I don't know if this problem exists in Arch or Fedora. I know it doesn't exist with Bazite, because Bazite's a different animal altogether. And for a little while he was gaming on Bazite. And I'm going to make another video on which ones we decided to go with. But at any rate, I found out what the problem was. So there is a settings file that Steam has that you can just go in and change a couple of lines. It's really simple, really easy. I'm going to go ahead and show you the path, everything that you need to do. It's just a couple of lines, a couple of words, that's it. But I do want to let you know that this problem may go away over time because it may be something that Steam made an update, or it could be a kernel update with Linux in general, because it doesn't matter which Debian package I'm using or distro I'm using, I'm having this issue. And most of those Debian packages are Ubuntu, so I don't know if it's an Ubuntu thing, but at any rate, I found the solution. And again, I don't know if it's Arch because I haven't gamed much on Arch. It's definitely not Bazite, but on regular Fedora, I don't know. All I know is that this problem does exist, and so in the future it may be fixed. But at any rate, it's really easy, so let's go ahead, let's get started, and let's make those changes so we can run Steam. Okay, so I've just installed Linux Mint. This is a fresh install. I updated the system, and then I just installed Linux Mint from the repository, not the Flatpak version. So I'm going to sign in here. Okay, because this is a new install, I've got to get the code from my email. But what will happen in here is I'll put in this code, and you'll see we'll be able to get into Steam. And let's go ahead and I'll put this code in, and we'll be in Steam, and I'll show you where the problem resides. Okay, so we're in Steam here, so I'm going to go to the library here, and then what I'm going to do, and you don't have to go to the library to do this, but I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to change the compatibility, and we'll just put hotfix here, restart it, so I'm going to go ahead and launch this. All right, I'm going to exit out again. I'm going to launch it again. This is what happens. It gets stuck. And if I go over here to my Steam icon on the bottom right here, and I hit library or any of these functions, it won't go into it. Okay, so it doesn't do it automatically when you install Steam. It's just when you change it to the Proton compatibility, and then you go in and out of it, maybe reboot your system, and then this is what happens. And the screen kind of every once in a while will pulsate, like Steam is trying to do something. In fact, it just did it right there. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this here and exit Steam. And then what we're going to do is we're going to edit one file that will solve this problem. Okay, so now we see that it's not working. Let's see what we need to do to get that working. So first of all, I want to show you this right here. There's a file called steam.desktop. Now, steam.desktop, if you go through your file manager, it's not going to say that. It's represented as install Steam or just Steam. But I'll show you here really quick. Let's go to my menu and go to Games. And here's Steam. Now you can click on Steam here. You can click on Properties. Whether this used GPU is on or off, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the directory where this Steam.desktop is found. Now I'm gonna go to two different locations. The first location I'm gonna go is into the file system here. Now, if you're used to the terminal, you can do this through the terminal as well. It's a little easier, I think, through the GUI, but if you're a terminal person, by all means, you can do that. So we're going to click on File System, then we're going to click on User, and we're going to go to Share and Applications here. Then we're going to go to, and it's going to say Install Steam right here. But the reality is, let me go to my other virtual desktop for a minute. So I have it open up in the terminal here, and in the terminal, when I list the directory, it's steam.desktop. Now, we're not going to edit this one. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I had one person say, just take this file, copy it over to the local in the home directory, and make a few changes there. But I'll show you what's going on here. And this one here is in my home directory, and we'll come back to that in a minute. So basically, what we want to do here, I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to open this up with the text editor. When you first install this, I think it uses this one to launch the first installation, but then it uses another setup file which is in your home directory. So let's go there. Let me go to home here, and then in the home directory here, you're going to have to turn on hidden files. So let's go to View. We're going to turn on our hidden files, and we're going to go to .local, and then we're going to go to Share again, and we're going to go to Applications. This is where you need to edit this file. Now this file may be here or may not. It gets created over time. You don't really need it. It'll create it if it needs it. So don't worry about this file. This is another web. I'm not sure what this is for either, but something to do with Steam. So this file here, we need to open it up in the text editor. Now, again, the reason why I was bringing this up is because let me pull this to the side here. So this is the file we need to edit here. Now you could make these changes in this file here and then copy it over and overwrite this file. And that's what someone said to do, is just take this file, copy it over, replace this one. But you don't need to, but when I started looking at this has a lot of information, a lot of language stuff. I'm not sure what information is needed in here, and so I didn't want to just overwrite this file with this here. But all we have to do is, if we go up to the top here, if we're going here, we just go right here. You'll notice this execute. Basically, these commands right here start. You'll notice that it starts with execute over here on this side as well. And then categories is there, but it's just underneath here. So what we need to do though is, you're going to notice down here, this right here, prefers non-default GPU. You need to change that to false. Instead of changing that though, I'm just going to put a number or ampersand sign in it, and that'll comment that out. It won't read it anymore. And then this X-KDE, if you're running KDE, you may have to change this one as well. So I'm just going to, again, use the number sign here to comment that out, because we're just going to copy and paste what we need in here. And we're going to do that right here. So these keywords here as well, we can just, now I don't know if this part is necessary, to be honest. I'm just doing it. So what we want to do though is we want to, we're going to just take this one here, and again, this particular one, the keywords, I don't really know if you need that one, but that's what I'm going to put there. But what we do need is, let's go down, and what we're going to need is right here. This is that same file that we measured out, but I'm just going to copy these, and I'm going to put and all this will be in the description below as well. So, and I'm going to I'm just going to put these here. Now I don't know if they can. I don't know if it matters what order this stuff is in, but what we do need though, over on the left-hand side, we need this version 1. So we need to copy this, and we need to put that over here as well. Whoops. And I would definitely make a backup of this file. I actually have a Steam directory here, and I backed up both what was in the root directory and what was in the home directory here. I just copied them over. So now when we do this, it should work. So we'll just go ahead and save this. Let's launch it, and we'll go here to go to Steam. I'll put in my username and password. Okay, so and we're there. That's all you need to do is, but you have to have this. For whatever reason, you have to have this version 1 in here, and then you definitely have to have this preferred non-default GPU defaults. Now, this other run on discrete GPU faults, you may or may not need that. They gave it as an option. You might only need this one here. And again, KDE, you may or may not need this at faults. It just depends. But if you're having problems with KDE, then just put that at faults as well, and you should be fine. So that's all there is to it. All right. So really quick, let's just go over to the other desktop. So what I want to show you here on the right is where we're in our home directory, and we're in that .local directory, and so on and so forth. If I do an ls, it'll show me here the steam.desktop file that needs to be edited. Now, if you don't see that for whatever reason, because the first time I went in here I didn't see it, but when I went ahead and did a sudo nano and I put in the file, it did pull it up. Now it's visible. I don't know why it wasn't visible before. I'm not a Linux guru by any means, and I don't use the command line a ton. I mostly use the GUI. But at any rate, if you want to edit that through the terminal, then you could do that. But anyway, there you go. Now again, I don't know if this has been a problem for a while, if it's just started because Steam made an update, and or Ubuntu Debian made an update to the kernel that everyone switched to. And again, I don't know if this problem exists on Arch or if it exists on Fedora as well. If it does exist on those, I'm sure you just you go ahead and edit this file just like we did here. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I didn't want to just, like one guy said, just take this file and overwrite the other one and add these lines in there and it should work. I didn't want to do that because of all the extra stuff they have in there. It looks like it's mostly languages, but if you live in one of these countries, you may need this information. So at any rate, that's all there is to it. Works great now. I can close this, and I can go over here where it's in the toolbar tray, and I can go ahead and open up my library that way, so on and so forth. And now that I've done this, I can go ahead. Let me close this real quick, and I'll go ahead and put this on my toolbar. So we'll just add it. We'll add it to add this to the panel, and again, launch it from here. And let's just go ahead and exit out of this. Okay, so now I'm just going to launch this from my toolbar. I'll go ahead and put in my username and password. All right, there we've launched it. So I hope that was helpful. It was frustrating me because I couldn't find anywhere on the internet on how to resolve this, and then by accident I I came upon a Reddit thread. I didn't see the answer in the Reddit thread, but then I scrolled down, and that's when someone suggested just replacing the steam.desktop file and adding those lines in there, and that would solve the problem. Which it did solve the problem, but again, I wanted to use the complete file because I don't know what is necessary in here. I know it's mostly languages, so on and so forth. Anyway, this is TJ with TechmadeEZ. Have a great day. Thanks.
Now that was easy peasy.